Hello everyone, this is Adam with AEW Maine Treasure Adventures. Today, we are back out at Lake St. George State Park to meet up with the head park ranger, Warren, and show everything that we pulled out of the swimming area. Now, before we take a look at everything, let's check out a few of my favorite finds here.
We gotta go now.
This one was a 14 karat gold ring. This is gold right here. It's 14 karat gold wedding band. I see a fishing pole. Let's go get it.
Right there.
It's not just one fishing pole. There's actually two fishing poles that are tied up together. We're starting today off with a bang. We found ourselves a diamond earring stamped 925 silver. Have you ever wondered what's the difference between a red-eared slider, or the scientific name Trichomas scripta elegans, and a painted turtle, scientific name Chrysomes picta? One way to tell is the size. A red-eared slider is a bit bigger than a painted turtle. The fastest telltale for me is to look behind the eyes. If there's a red stripe running down the neck, it's a red-eared slider. If no red stripe behind the ear, it's a painted turtle. The other thing I look at is the shell and the body of the turtle. Painted turtles will have red and green color around their body and shell, and a red-eared slider has typically yellow around their shell and body. This little guy right here swam with me every single day that I was here, over 15 dives. Every time I'd stir up the bottom, he would chase away all the other fish because he wanted all the food for himself. Here's one of our very large fish friends. How you doing? He's a little camera shy today. These guys look very small on camera. They are so huge in person.
Hey, buddy. Where'd you go?
Oh look, it's some of our fish friends. Let's go say hi. Hello guys, how are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
These are the three amigos.
The Three Amigos! Let's go!
This was the coolest find by far. A kid came up to me and let me know that he just lost his ring, so I went out to try to find it. An hour and a half later, it was in the mud, in about the deepest part of the swimming area. It was in about 8 feet of water. Second I grabbed it and pulled it out of the mud, I knew we got the ring. I climbed up on one of the towers of rocks and yelled over to the kid that I found his ring.
I got it.
I started swimming into shore as he was swimming out towards me. I was able to give him back his ring. He thanked me, and I went back to work. This might be one of the weirdest things I've found here. It's a sole to a boot. Not gonna lie, I feel a little bit like Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi right now. I'm a soul man. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're a soul man. Lake St. George State Park is nestled on land abutting the beautifully clean and crystal clear spring-fed water of Lake St. George. The state park is a public recreation area located on the northwest shore of Lake St. George in the town of Liberty in Waldo County, Maine. The state park covers 358 acres and offers camping, lifeguard-supervised swimming most of the time. Unfortunately, around COVID, it got a lot harder to get a lifeguard, but it should be back to business as usual. On the lake itself, you can go canoeing, kayaking, motorboating. I said motorboating. Motorized boating and fishing. The lake's 1,017 acres support populations of landlocked salmon, brook trout, among many other fish species. The park is managed by Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry. The park has a brand new playground, numerous picnic tables, and hibachi grills for your luncheon desires. If you're traveling and want to get out on the water, the park also offers canoe, paddleboat, rowboat, and kayak rentals for a minimum charge. There are numerous hiking trails where often you can spot wildlife. Swimming is one of the park's main attractions. They have a designed swimming area, which is lifeguard staffed from mid-June to the end of August. For those of you who are bringing your own boat, there is a boat launch nearby the park. Now, if you thought that was all, there is more. Lake St. George also has a 38-site campground. They have a state-of-the-art comfort stations with hot showers. There is a camper dump station for the campers to use and place to fill up with water. Just a couple minutes down the road, there's gas stations, there's a restaurant, a cafe, and an ice cream parlor. The campground and day use areas also have volleyball and a horseshoe pit. Whether you're camping or using the day use area, come check them out at Lake St. George State Park. Lake St. George State Park has one of the cleanest swimming areas in the state of Maine, especially after I cleaned it out. If you're out on the lake, you're guaranteed a picturesque view of all the scenic views around, from numerous undeveloped islands that are distributed throughout the main basin of the lake, from the mountains and the view in the background, to the fishing experience. It's second to none. Now that we've talked about fishing a little bit, let's take a look at some of the potential species that you're able to catch here at Lake St. George. The landlocked salmon, brook trout, rainbow smelt, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, white perch, yellow perch, chain pickerel, minnows, golden shiner, a white suckerfish, hornpout bullheads. Essentially, they're catfish. A banded killfish. Pumpkin seed sunfish. An American eel. And of course, the one and only Buddy the Fish. Lake St. George, the lake itself, is 1,017 acres. The perimeter is 13.9 miles. The medium depth is 24 feet, with a maximum depth of 65 feet. So why not try your hand and see what you can catch? For me personally, I love playing with fish under the water. I love catching them on top of the water or under the water, which you can see in some of my videos. But probably my best catch here was the fact that we just pulled out over 25 pounds of stuff that shouldn't have been in the water in the first place, over this fairly small swimming area. Now, out of that 25 pounds of stuff, there was all kinds of metal, trash, coins, bobby pins, and of course, a little bit of treasure. Keep in mind, the swimming area is not huge, and to pull all of that out shows me that people as a whole need to do better. Here at Lake St. George State Park, the policy is carry in, carry out. That includes all your garbage. So if you're going to bring something in, make sure that you clean it up so that your trash and everything else doesn't go out to the water. Now, because I know not 100% of people will abide by that rule, if you're there and see other trash on the ground, please pick it up and take it out of there. That way you keep it looking as beautiful as possible and you keep the water as clean as possible. Litter kills wildlife every single day. Our animal friends are the innocent victims affected by the litter that all us people throw down on the ground. Researchers estimate that over 1 million animals die yearly after ingesting or becoming entrapped in improperly discarded trash. Plastic litter is the most common killer of animals, and marine animals are most notably affected. Each year, over 100,000 dolphins, fish, whales, turtles, and more drown after becoming entangled in or ingesting plastic litter. Those are just the ones that we know about. I guarantee there's millions of more that we don't know about that die each year. So please, don't be that person. Pick up after yourself, pick up after others. Try not to wear your bobby pins and band-aids in the water, as 99% of those fall off. Now, it's okay to keep losing your jewelry. I don't mind finding that. But just do your part here at Lake St. George State Park. Carry in, carry out. That's the policy. If we don't abide by that policy, eventually, they're going to increase the fees because they're going to have to hire more people to pick up after the ones that don't throw away their stuff. Please make sure that you don't do anything that you see me doing in these videos at the state park. Never go to a state park and start metal detecting. 1, you can get fined. 2, you can't metal detect from jail. Every state park that I've worked with has given me permission to do what I'm doing. Anything of historical value goes back to the state park, or if it's agreed upon, put in a museum. It's up to the park though. Historical finds need to be marked where they are found. AEW out.